Right now you are waiting. You might be waiting for a notification, a package, or just the end of the day. Your brain is constantly hovering in a strange, restless middle ground between what is happening right now and what might happen next. Why does the present moment always feel like a waiting room? You open your phone. You close it. You open it again 3 seconds later even though nothing has changed. Your mind is searching for a signal. Why can you never just exist in the quiet space of the now? For your ancestors, waiting was not a temporary annoyance. It was a primary state of survival. They did not wait for text messages, but they waited for the rain, for the migration of herds, and for the seasons to shift. Their survival depended on a highly calibrated system of anticipation. Why did nature design you to be so incredibly bad at standing still? To understand this, you have to look at how your brain processes time. In the 1990s, neuroscientist Dr. Robert Sapolsky began studying how dopamine works in primates during tasks of anticipation. He discovered something that completely reframes how you look at your daily impatience. You might think dopamine is released when you finally get the reward you want. But Sapolsky found that dopamine actually spikes before the reward, during the waiting phase. The anticipation itself is the high. Why does your brain prefer the chase over the catch? The signal of maybe is the most powerful drug in human history. When the reward is uncertain, dopamine levels skyrocket to twice their normal height. This is why you constantly refresh your email, check your social feeds, and look out the window. Your brain is capitalizing on the chemical thrill of the unknown. Are you actually seeking the thing you are waiting for, or are you just addicted to the wait? Dr. Kent Berridge, a pioneer in brain chemistry research, split our desires into 2 distinct systems, wanting and liking. Liking is the actual enjoyment of a hot cup of coffee, a warm meal, or a quiet afternoon. Wanting is the aggressive, restless drive to acquire those things in the first place. These 2 systems use completely different neural pathways. The tragedy of modern life is that your wanting system is vastly larger and more powerful than your liking system. How can you enjoy the present when your brain is hardwired to hunt the future? Think about how this plays out in your daily routine. You buy a new gadget, believing it will finally bring you peace. It arrives, you unbox it, and within 48 hours, the excitement is entirely gone. You are already looking for the next upgrade. Your brain has quickly adapted to the new baseline. What if happiness is just a brief pause between desires? This endless cycle is called the hedonic treadmill. It is an evolutionary feature, not a bug. If your ancestors had been satisfied with finding one fruit tree, they would have sat down and starved when winter came. The ones who survived were the ones who were perpetually restless, always looking over the next hill, always waiting for the next opportunity. You are the direct descendant of the most anxious, impatient hunters in human history. Does your current environment even fit this ancient design? Today, you live in a world of instant feedback. You do not have to wait months for a harvest, you wait 45 seconds for a microwave burrito. Yet, those 45 seconds feel like an eternity. Dr. James Dankert, a leading cognitive neuroscientist who studies boredom, has shown that when our desire to engage with the world is thwarted, our brain enters a state of high arousal. Boredom is not a sleepy state. It is a state of active, painful frustration. Why does doing nothing require so much effort? When you sit in a quiet room with nothing to do, your brain turns inward. It activates a network of connected brain regions known as the default mode network. This network is highly active when you are not focused on the outside world. It is the engine of your imagination, your worries, and your self-reflection. It replays your past embarrassments and projects your future anxieties. No wonder you grab your phone the second you have a free moment. Who wants to be left alone with a machine that only generates worry? Your phone is a digital pacifier for the default mode network. It gives your hyperactive brain a low-stakes target to focus on. But in doing so, it robs you of the very thing that makes you creative. When you never let yourself wait, you never let your mind wander into unexpected places. Great ideas are born in the empty spaces of your day. What are you losing when you fill every gap with a screen? You think you are waiting for things to get better, or for your real life to finally begin. You tell yourself that once you get the job, finish the degree, or buy the house, you will finally be able to sit still. But the finish line is a mirage. When you cross it, your brain will simply draw a new line further down the road. You will be right back where you started, tap dancing on the edge of your seat. Is there any way to break this loop? The philosopher Harold Schweitzer, who wrote extensively on the history and poetics of waiting, noted that waiting forces us to experience time in its rawest form. When we wait, time becomes thick and heavy. We are forced to feel every second tick by. In a culture obsessed with speed and efficiency, this thickness feels like a threat. We treat waiting as lost time, a blank space that needs to be erased. But what if those blank spaces are the only times we are truly awake? When you are waiting, you are acutely aware of your own existence. You are feeling the slow, rhythmic passage of reality itself. It is uncomfortable because it strips away our illusions of control. We want to believe we are the masters of our schedule, but waiting reminds us that we are at the mercy of the universe. Can you learn to find peace in that surrender? The next time you find yourself stuck in a long line, sitting in traffic, or waiting for a slow progress bar to fill, try to change your relationship with the moment. Stop trying to escape it. Feel the weight of the seconds. Let your default mode network run without intervening. What if the wait isn't an obstacle to your life, but a crucial part of it? You spend your entire existence preparing for the next moment. You hurry through breakfast to get to work, you hurry through work to get home, and you hurry through the evening to get to sleep. You are treating your entire life as a preamble to something else. But there is no grand finale waiting for you at the end of this rush. There is only the quiet realization that you missed the show. Why are you so eager to turn the page of a book you only get to read once? Right now you are waiting. You are waiting for this video to end, for your next task to start, or for your life to finally make sense. But the truth is, nothing is coming to save you from the present. The magic you are looking for is not in the next moment, or the next year, or the next milestone. It is hidden in the very thickness of the time you are trying so hard to kill.